All right, welcome back to the Blk Blu Show. I am Blue Bear, aka Kyle Morgan. And who are you?
I'm Blake.
That's Blake. So I just wanted to take a moment and say thank you all for anyone that's watched the first episode and the second. Regardless of what we got going on in our lives, obviously we're a training company turning into podcasters and just continue to refine our abilities to do this. I got really excited and nervous about this. So just the opportunity to share a little bit of who we are and how we kind of process things and cut up and all that. So thank you all for all the support thus far, and there's just a lot more to come, man. But
yeah, I blacked out on like the last two episodes. I was so nervous.
Yeah,
so
you have a tendency of blacking out. We got to talk about the elephant in the room.
I had to call Starship Commander Man and ask him what I wore in the last episode because I completely blacked out. I had no idea what shirt I wore. So, I mean, I'm here. I'm in it right now, though.
Yeah,
I'm in it.
Well, you look good.
I haven't blacked out yet.
You look good.
But anyways, I want to start
Kyle.
this off.
Thanks, Kyle. Oh, thanks for telling me you look good. So it's positive affirmation, like.
I know I look good.
Oh,
though.
Okay.
You kidding me?
Ooh, all right.
Just kidding. Thank you, Kyle.
Oh, you're welcome, man.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
That worked out good.
Oh, you look good too, Kyle.
I told you that earlier. Okay, cut. All right.
There's no cut.
Welcome back to Blk Blu Show. Kyle, you look great today.
Oh, dude, thank you, man.
Rocking the all black.
Yeah.
Fresh kicks.
Black on black on black. Black multicam hat.
Yeah. Should buy on our website soon. Anyways, I want to start the episode off on a serious note. I'm not going to dive into it. But thank you for what you did 9 years ago, being a great American, doing things that you did something that most 99% of people don't have the courage to do. So I don't have a lot of heroes in my life, and I'm sure a lot of other people don't. There are heroes out there, but you are a true American hero. And what you did that day, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, watch the Sean Ryan episode. But man, I love you, and you are a true American hero. So thank you for what you did. A lot of people would be grieving today if it wasn't for you. So, and to his family, thank you guys for not giving up on him. You'll never understand how hard those times can be and what those events, they change us a little bit, but you bounce back, and you did that because you had the love of your family, and you're just a straight American hero. So I consider you an American hero. I don't care if anybody else does, but you're an American hero in my book, and you will die an American hero as far as I'm concerned. So.
Well, that means a lot coming from you, man.
Yeah.
I really do.
But if you don't know what we're talking about, Sean Ryan Show, check it out. He tells the whole story. It's a long interview. It's great. It's one of the only podcasts I've ever listened to.
Besides ours.
Besides ours. I listen to ours like 10 times over.
No, in all seriousness, I really appreciate you saying that, man. It's there's a reason that God put you in my life at the time that he did to walk this path on this bearing together.
Yeah.
Side by side, outwardly with everything we do. But the only reason that I'm able to sit here and even have this conversation is because of the love from Erica.
Oh, absolutely.
Like the love that in my children unconditionally loving me and me challenging that to where I've had to rebuild so much trust with all of them. But that's the work that's worth doing. And it's the proudest thing that I've ever been able to do and have the chance of doing is the redemption. And I'm sorry that I had to, everyone I've ever harmed and hurt. But I am just grateful for that opportunity to be redeemed through Jesus Christ, but to show up and walk this walk in the public, man. It's everything that I was going through and been through, and I'm blessed to have been there that day in the right place at the right time because I'm the right person. But it was showing me I could no longer hide after that. So I am. I do want to take a moment just to for anyone that did lose their lives and the families of those loved ones. Just being there in our prayers, and but what a blessing to be able to be in a position to respond and without direction and just.
Oh, you had direction.
Yeah, I had a bearing.
Yeah, because God put you there.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, I don't want to get
Started
too
off
deep
real
into
heavy,
it.
man.
But
Real
I just
heavy
wanted
there.
to let you know, on behalf of me, and I know everybody else I know, that you are this is your day. You're a true American hero. 9 years ago, when you went into that hotel, you walked out a different man, but you also walked out a hero. And you need to see that for what it is, too. It wasn't just your job. Yeah, sure, you were operator, but beep that out. Whatever.
Yeah.
But you walked out that hotel hero, so I just want to thank you
No,
for that.
I appreciate that, man. It's
Thanks for letting me be your best friend.
my best friend. Man.
Hit you with that one.
Yeah.
Pow, pow. Didn't black out.
This episode's not going to come out on the day of the anniversary. Just know that we're recording on the day of the 9th anniversary, and
Should have mentioned that.
it's just thank you for sharing that with me and saying that. I am proud. But what are we going to do with it, right? We got to do something with it, and that's what I'm doing. So, and this show is just a segment of that. It's a part of that mission that we have been given.
Yeah.
You know,
100%.
about being obedient. So just like an obedient co-host, let's check in.
Let's get into it.
Yeah, so checking in, man, that's a part of kind of the flow of our shows, man. It's just, man, it's been such a crazy week, right? Like since we filmed the last episode, I feel like we've been all over the East Coast, because we have.
Dude, we've eaten more airport food in the last 10 days than I ever have in my life.
Did you say airport food or
airport food?
What'd you say?
It's airport.
We need a translator.
Whoa.
Can we
Anybody
get a translator in here?
from West Virginia?
Starship Commander, can we get a translator on Google Translator?
You know what? Just go ahead and mute my mic.
Just put West Virginia in there.
West Virginia Ninjian.
Yeah. You say Appalachian or Appalachian?
Appalachian.
Okay.
Because I'm born and bred in the mountains on a river.
What do you say? Pole? Stupid. I'm stupid. I'm having a conversation with myself.
Dude, you're losing it.
I am. Yeah, man. So we hey man, be serious. We spoke at the Union County Sheriff's Office support for the veterans event.
Oh, that was great.
Which was phenomenal. It was at a big church in Western North Carolina. Thank you for the opportunity. I really do embrace those opportunities to get in front of people and speak. I'm not saying it's something that I'm great at, but I'm committed to getting better at, right? So like with anything I do, it's always a little stressful though. Just like filming a podcast. This is less stressful because once we get into a little groove, get comfortable, it's just like you and I cutting up and sharing stories. But
well, you spoke good on that one. And that was emotional anyways. I was emotional. Like,
yeah, Blake, you've listened to me speak on these probably almost all of them, right?
I know, man.
Which is crazy.
I was crying. I was like, that's my boy, Blue. You know, I was so proud, like a proud little kid in the stands. But I mean, they had it was all patriotic.
I shouted you out too.
Yeah, you did.
Because you are a veteran.
I appreciate that.
Military veteran.
I was about to salute up, man.
Man, it did make me like, just remembering that moment.
It was that Star Spangled Banner, man.
Yeah,
she
so
crushed that, and that made me so emotional.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh my God. Like,
just embracing too, like as much as I wanted to run away from all of that and did to a certain extent, like just really taking that moment serious and just being in the moment about being proud in a a good way.
Yeah, I mean, you had a World War II veteran over there. Yeah. You had Vietnam
Not just ours,
veterans.
but everyone's service to this country.
Yeah, it was cool to see like how they how they had each
Branch
branch of service. They presented the flag of the song, right? Yeah. And, you know.
Did you know any of the lyrics of the Army song?
Oh, absolutely not.
Oh.
But I did.
First,
I did that. Yeah. I was proud, though.
And the Army goes rolling
along.
There you go.
See?
You know it.
I know a little bit.
Yeah.
But, man, you know what? I was really expecting more out of the Marine Corps. I didn't hear one devil dog bark.
They were definitely the loudest of the groups.
Yeah, but I mean, I should have heard like.
The demographic was pretty old.
Yeah, they probably would have had a heart attack.
I don't know, because I couldn't see. Like, when I got on that stage, man, it was actually really funny because I mentioned about stepping into the light, like spiritually, and then physically.
You stepped right into it.
The stage light, it was like a production. It was pretty cool, but I couldn't see beyond the first row of people, which I actually didn't really like because
I think I would have liked that.
I don't know, man. I kind of like to see the audience, man. Not to like obsess with any one group of people or whatever, but just to be able to make eye contact. I guess it kind of gives you good feedback. But yeah, I mean, some of it's feedback. You feel like you're interacting more with what you're saying, but versus just kind of talking into a large room with a bright light just blasting you. The lighting was, I mean, the video that they sent at the end, look, it's like TV production.
It was good
quality, yeah. But no, it was an honor to be able to do that and to share it. And I always ask Blake, whether I ask him or he shares is irrelevant, but you know how he thinks that went. You know, when I do a speaking thing, because it is like a very, you know, I've tailored it to a corporate environment, which Erica was there. You weren't there for that one, which was a little different. I've done it for a lot of different law enforcement audiences. I've done it for the military units before, and then this group. So, and then I'm speaking again
this weekend
up in Illinois at a big Tactical Officers Association, ITOA. We got like 800 people. I think it's outside of Chicago.
God, it's gonna be cold.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't wear shorts.
That's going to be a shock, but we'll get to that. Like all the travel and just like, I'm sick right now, I think because of it, but it's that time of year. But asking him how he thought it went, he's one of my biggest supporters when it comes to that stuff, but he'll also tell me if it just wasn't
positive feedback, you're not going to get no better.
Yeah.
But that one was good. Like that's probably the best one you've ever done that I've heard.
Yeah, that's what you said. And there's a theme though, because every time I do it, you're like, man, that's the best one yet.
Oh, but that was good. It means you're getting better.
Yeah.
Because I've heard the story like so many, like I know what slide is about to come.
Mm-hmm.
That's like,
well, that was what was throwing me off is like, I didn't have a clicker, so I had to keep going back to the podium.
I thought that was good though. I like that. It gave you a chance to pause.
Yeah.
I thought that was good. I don't know.
Power of the pause.
Yeah. Power of the pause.
Who, the big speaker, Maxwell or,
John Maxwell. Yeah.
Yeah. He talks about that, like the power in the pause.
Because that was the last thing Erica said.
So let's just pause real quick.
Did y'all feel the power? I felt the power.
It was a little too quick, but you get what we're trying to do.
I have ADHD, so I can't pause long.
Sounds legit.
Like a squirrel.
Sounds legit. But, well, thank you for telling me that was the best one yet. Got to do it again this weekend.
Yeah, well, that one's probably going to suck, so.
Well, I'm going to blame you because you're going to be right there. Yeah, so then we drove to the airport. Our Army intern, Tanner, drove down. Oh, my God, I forgot about that. So what a nightmare. We were in the middle of filming last week's thing.
Podcast.
Yeah, last week's podcast. And I get a call that rings through to my computer. Starship Commander was not pleased. And I've turned it off for this episode. But then we find out like, I'm like, hey, Tanner, can you call Erica? If we're filming right now. But then we find out like the radiator valve like blew out in the truck. He's driving the SUV down there with all our gear, and he's going to meet us down there. We're flying in just because of that speaking thing. So he drove down. He's got his wife and newborn, but he made it to about Florence, South Carolina. that was an emotional roller coaster because my man's not old enough to rent a car because we found that out. He's not old enough to rent the SUV that we were trying to rent just to do a hot swap, and then we were going to get the truck. We're going to sort the truck out later.
So if you want to be an intern, you have to be 25
it's going to be one of the requirements.
Period.
25 and up. But God bless him, man.
You go to war, but you can't rent an SUV. That's wild.
Yeah, that is wild. Can you rent a car though?
I think you can rent a car. I don't know what it is with SUVs though.
Yeah,
you can rent a car, but just not an SUV.
It's a higher center of gravity. It's more dangerous, or just more liability because it's more expensive. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but the worst part about that was we worked through like all the, we'll rent it through the corporate side or whatever, and then have him as a driver. And then we did it. We paid for it. And then he went to go show him his driver's license. And he's like, "Hey man, I can't rent you this vehicle."
He's 23,
which didn't make sense, but
E6 in the Army.
Because I think it's different if it is under a corporate account. I think it's because it was a new account with Enterprise. Anyways, long story short, we were able to get it basically like patched up, and then took several hours, but then he drove it the rest of the way. We flew out that night or that afternoon to Florida, to Palm Bay, and then we kicked off a 3-day course down there.
That was a good range.
Yeah. Thank you for the Palm Bay Police Department support in the range. It was awesome.
Yeah,
to be able
Cliff,
to run that there.
If you're watching this, you're the man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, live fire shoot house.
Yep.
It was awesome. That was cool to see.
That's a really cool setup. But a great course, man.
Good students.
Intro to pistol, then rifle day, and then CQB day. One of the things, that's the 4th time we've done that this year that way, where we do 3 one-day courses, or you can do all 3 for a discount, where 10 of the 14 students do all 3 days. So we get a lot of reps with the same person. And we had some of the usual suspects down there.
Yeah.
And some funny stories.
Yeah. Guys, if you go train at other places and they're not like putting you through some pressure, then you might want to go seek other training, because we give you just a tad bit of pressure, and we might have or might have not had somebody trying to put a rifle mag in a pistol based on a little pressure.
Yeah, for the second day.
For the second day.
Yeah, because if you do all 3 days, we challenge you with, like, for example, the pistol day into the rifle day. Anytime on rifle, you go click nothing, unless we're working on emergency bolt lock reloads, we'll have you transition to your pistol. So regardless, like, that's the pressure, though. It's not like we're doing anything advanced. It's just, hey, man, let's focus on the gun handling piece of this. Once we understand the accuracy, the grip structure, grip pressure, all these things, then we can introduce a little force, a little pressure with a timer, and so on. And it's just the basic fundamentals of marksmanship. But then you start to see where the chinks are. And then you start to put, and then you try to put an AR mag inside of your pistol.
That's probably the greatest.
We got a photo of it. He's got a photo of it too, which is funny.
We might post it.
Maybe.
We'll block the face off. He's funny.
Yeah.
He gets it.
But we love you. You know who we were talking about.
Yeah. We love you.
Because he cares about training.
Yeah, he's been to almost all of our courses.
Yeah. Yep.
He crushes them. He's getting better and better, which is awesome to see.
We also learned a few other lessons on the range. Like, Florida's pretty hot, right? Sun was out, kind of overcast sometimes, and then
wear sunblock.
Wear sunblock, or if you put your hat on backwards, maybe change it around occasionally.
Why is that?
I don't know. Is it something that we could put on the screen and see? Like, why?
It was overcast.
There it is. Yeah. So that's one of the lessons that old Blakey Poo learned here.
Dude, I had some.
So let me ask you this. So how anxious were you when you realized how bad it was burnt, knowing where we were going next?
I was pretty worried.
So we were going after this, like 2 days after this photo was taken, we were flying into Tennessee to Nashville to film with Sean Ryan. You guys may have heard of him and his show.
Oh my God, I didn't realize how bad that was.
Yeah. So I know the panic.
Oh man, I was panicking. Because like next day, my forehead started peeling.
Well, then you talked about maybe tanning.
I was like, man, I might have to hit 10 in bed. But then,
it's even it out.
Yeah, but then it's just going to make, but will that even it out? Will it make the burnt skin even more burnt? I don't know. I know that the next day I wore a hoodie. I wore that Born Primitive sun shirt, hat forward, big old glasses. I was not taking, we don't need to keep zooming in. They get the point that I'm fried right there.
No, because the big thing is like we didn't know what we hadn't talked to Sean yet about what the dress was going to be. Like,
oh yeah, because I got to wear my hat backwards.
Yeah, we ended up wearing hats for what we filmed, but
I wore the exact hat.
Yeah,
for that just so I could make it all blend in.
And by the time this episode comes out, that will have came out. What you and I filmed.
The trailer comes out.
Well, the trailer comes out today at 2.
They did some behind the scenes, and then,
but then the EDC where you and I filmed will come out, I think, on Thanksgiving.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Which will be really.
Hope you guys enjoyed that. Because by that time you've already watched it, so hope it was good.
Yep. And we'll dive into that a little further. There's a lot of things to talk about with that experience with Sean on his show, being able to, you had already filmed your episode, and then I had filmed mine a couple of years ago, to come back together and to share, and to have a conversation with Sean about some pretty important things.
Yeah.
And
God, I love that dude, man.
Yeah. So we're gonna dive into that a lot deeper during the bonus episode that you can only see on Blue Bearing's Patreon.
Sorry, I'm cut from talking about that.
Yep. Cut it off.
Cut it off.
No, because there's a lot of things that I want to talk about, and I think that's why we're doing it. So this is every couple weeks you get this episode, and then in between you have these bonus episodes on Patreon. So follow us on Patreon. There's only one tier, $20 a month, man. We waste money on subscriptions we don't even know we have. That is a phenomenal resource. Because of why, Blake? Cook. Whose phone's going off?
Nobody's.
You're fired.
Starship Commander. Don't hear that. Nobody hears that.
He just blacked out.
Nobody heard that.
He blacked out. So it's an excellent resource because of the bonus episodes on Patreon, as well as all the remote-based training that we do, covering CQB, pistol and rifle fundamentals, shooting drills, gun and gear suggestion breakdowns, and most importantly, our fellowship Zoom calls we do once a week, every Friday night at 8:30 Eastern.
That's why.
You think John will be happy with me with that one?
John, I hope you're happy with that.
That was for you, John.
That's for you, Johnny boy.
And now Blake's just going to copy everything I say, and we're going to keep doing that.
No, we're going to talk about something important.
Oh, really?
Yes. We're going to talk about how I got a text yesterday from my child with a picture. And I've never in my life thought I'd ever see this hanging up in school. Starship Commander.
Let's get into it.
This is hilarious to me.
What's the T here?
So I get a text yesterday from my son with this picture. It says, high school, anti-master, how do you say that?
But I can't even say that.
Masturbating. These kids,
masturbatory.
These high school kids are going into the bathroom for bathroom breaks, watching pornography on their phone, and jerking off into the toilets, which has now caused a massive plumbing issue that has occurred at this high school, and the bathrooms are shut down.
Did you know that semen ejaculated onto the urinals hardens and becomes remarkably difficult to clean?
Can you imagine that janitor? Dude's not getting paid enough. There's no way.
I just feel like the fact that they even had to put this out and then the way it's written is kind of mind-blowing to me.
If any more semen is found in the bathrooms, it will be collected as DNA evidence to build a case against any individuals participating in such activities. Like, they're 14, 15, 16, 17-year-old kids. What are they all just in there, just the next stall? Like, just
save it till you get home, boys.
Yeah.
Save it till you get home.
Like, I saw that yesterday, and
I know the feeling, man. But just save it till you get home.
Like, splash some cold water on your face.
Yeah.
I don't know now.
Build up a little excitement. Just wait till you get home.
But I just wanted to share that with everybody because...
Well, my favorite part about this letter is, well,
the excessive
everything.
amount of semen fluid. Especially in the C hallway bathroom. What's going on in C hallway?
C hallway, what's going on down there?
Like, is that where like all the lockers for the young women are at? What is going on with that bathroom? What is going on?
So they gotta gather funds to fix said blockages. It's a lot of semen, and
do you know how much
in the pipes there, and it's not cheap to fix! Exclamation point. Our
school facilities are not designed to withstand human discharge such as semen. Dude.
If you didn't know this, everybody, if you're caught masturbating on school property or anywhere other than the confines of maybe your own room, because I've been caught by my mother, like when I was young, it reminded me of that. It was so embarrassing. But
every
just punching the clown, dude. Oh, that big red nose on the clown. Just punching the clown. But then it goes into like DNA evidence, build a case against you for the mental issues that the staff may be inflicted by this incident. Thank you for your cooperation. Go Pirates!
Yeah, dude,
go Pirates!
The Go Pirate thing, dude. It's like,
go Pirates!
Are we getting praised? Like, go Pirates! Like, are you proud of us for doing this? Are you disappointed?
So, do you like Pirates still?
I mean, yeah, but like, quick story about this, not about this particular thing, but when we were living in an apartment, we moved to Wilmington. Stacey's shower was backed up. We thought, okay, maybe it's like I don't know, maybe it's just the apartment. We call in a plumber. The apartment did, and the guy comes in, and that's when I was still in my wheelchair, right? It's when I just had surgery. He's in there, and he's like, all right, mister, can you come in here?
Because white man can't jump.
I was like, okay, let me get it. I can grind room.
Without blowing your Achilles out?
No.
Oh.
That was walking.
Sorry.
So I get in my electric wheelchair, I go to the bathroom, and he's like, hey, man, there ain't no easy way to tell you this. And I was like, oh, my God. What's wrong with the shower? He's like, got to tell your son to quit jacking off in the shower. I was like, oh, my God. He goes, yeah, you have to talk to him about this the next time you're getting charged. I was like, okay, yes, sir. So that was at like 10 o'clock. Stacy got home at like 2. So I've been like prepping. How am I going to talk to my kid about this? I'm like, this is very awkward. I'd went and spent time on Google talking about like ways to talk to your child about this without it being like a traumatic experience. Mm. So I'm in my wheelchair. He comes walking in from school. I'm like, hey, come here. And he's like, what's wrong? I got like everything on the table.
Create a loving environment.
I blacked out.
First step.
I said, stop jacking off in the shower. I drove my little hover ramp into the bedroom and shut the door because I was so
from
embarrassed.
The top ropes, dude.
And he was like, oh, okay, we're not going to tell mom about this, are we? I was like, yeah, I'm going to tell your mother about this. I never told her, but man,
now she knows.
Now she knows.
Now she knows.
Sorry, you had to find out this way, but
yeah,
there was not dog hair that clogged up the shower. I forgot I didn't tell her.
Go Pirates.
Go Pirates. Anyways, next topic, because
I feel like there's a better way to close that letter out other than go Pirates. I know that's the school motto.
Go
and all
Pirates.
Yeah, we got this. Pirate stuff. I bet pirates were jerking off in the bathrooms and during school. When they went to school.
Just all over the ship.
Yeah.
Go Pirates. Well, that was something that happened to me interesting this week. What do you got?
Well, there's so many. I think it's to not talk about Blake's first experience fast roping out of a helicopter.
Oh God,
would be criminal.
For those who don't know me, I'm terrified of heights.
I think you talked about that.
I'm sure I did
on the last episode. Maybe not, but he is his first like real. Was it your first helo experience? The one before that we did.
No, I mean I've ridden him before, but not like
hanging in the door kind of thing. Yeah, so like just backing up to the first time we filmed with Born Primitive Tactical out in Dillon Arrow in Arizona. You know, they had a helo and everything, and you know, we got a clip in and we're hanging out in the door, airland for all of those, and then run up and kind of assault some stuff. But really to push the uniform stuff that they've launched. But really well made production, and it's cool to be a part of. But it's like a Tuesday until you hit a little hole and then fall on your face like I did. But
yeah, dude,
that was a wardrobe error.
Oh, okay.
By the way, my boots, the sole just came completely like the front side of it just flopped over.
But that recovery though,
it was a combat roll. Luckily, it was browned out.
We would have died because I laughed so hard.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. But I just combat rolled and kept running, dude, because I was mind blown. Like, what just happened? Like, I came sprinting off that helo, dude, and just ate complete. And like, but I did recover very quickly and kept cracking on.
I laughed at you the whole time. I'm so sorry for that.
Yeah, it's all right. I'm human, bro. Care of equipment. I should have checked my shoes. No, but seriously, my sole had literally, like this part of the solos that I was wearing, the boots, like folded over.
Oh yeah.
I ended up, for the rest of the shoot, I just cut all of it off.
I remember
just
that.
running on the tip tail. But so that was his first helo kind of experience, you know, jumping off that thing. And I just remember like the first time we took off and he kind of banks around. Like you kept inching further and further into the middle of the aircraft.
I was like, dude, I'm about to fall out of this thing.
But by the end,
you were slick.
But by the end, you were hanging out there with me.
Oh yeah, it was fun. I just, man, I don't know where my fear of heights came from.
You're human.
Yeah.
I mean, it's something that you get more comfortable with, but it's also having a respect for things that are inherently dangerous, right?
Yeah.
Like your nerves keep you in check as long as you don't let them overwhelm you, which is a whole nother discussion. But it was cool to be able to see, you know, that progression into the fast rope stuff we did this past week. After we filmed with Sean Ryan, we linked up with Born Primitive Tactical to do kind of an announcement video for their very trade compliant line of clothing and multicam, and also pressure testing their boot that's going to come out next year with fast roping. That's kind of the last check to make sure it doesn't eat up on the rope or destroy the shoe on you know, multiple ropes. So we did several, but we did an elevator, you know, progression, you know, going up to 15 feet and then 25 feet or so.
I got a 5-minute
crash course.
Dude, I was overcomplicating it. I was like, how am I going to grab this rope with my foot and spin out and close my feet off at the bottom of the rope? There's no way I'm going to do this. I'm going to fall to my death.
Yeah.
And then this fool goes on the first run. He just jumps out, and I look down to see where he's at. And the whole time he's going down, he's just looking up, smiling, ear to ear, just grinning at me.
I was really hoping you'd look at me.
I was staring at you in the eyes, dude.
Yeah.
It made me so nervous.
Me, dude, and then you forgot everything.
Yeah. I was like,
did you grab the rope?
I grabbed the rope.
Yeah.
But I was like, he's smiling because he knows I'm about to fall to my death.
I was doing it to try to make you like relax, to take you out of the space a little bit. Not that you were a little locked in, like especially when we were doing the crew brief and safety brief and all that.
Yeah, I got a 5-minute crash course on how to grab a rope and fall out of a helicopter.
Well, there's a lot of things going on there. Like we were supposed to have 50-foot ropes or 60, and it ended up having 90-footers. So we had to like come up with a way to. We didn't have fast rope bags. Bottom line is we ended up sorting it where we coiled up a majority of the rope. But now you have a bunch more rope to deal with at the bottom. So,
did I hit the ground? I was like, how'd I get here? And you're like, dude, help me.
Yeah, after that first elevator, like I had to pull the rope out as the helo lands and then coil up the rope and all this. And he's just like walking around like he's
a zombie.
Like he's looking at the butterflies in the field.
Dude,
and I'm like,
I was like,
hey,
man, I didn't die.
You got to help me help me with this because I'm going to be gassed doing it.
I thought I did die. I was like, well, maybe they just can't see me.
No, man, it's a lot of fun.
Oh, I had a freaking blast.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, hanging out with you is dangerous. Being your friend's freaking dangerous.
Having the right friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then being able to rope into like an entry at that building that we had.
That was
there.
cool.
Yeah, and then the kids came out. It was a school. I didn't realize they were in session. I guess they had some tutoring going on.
Yeah, I didn't either. We're busting up in that school.
Yeah, and they all came out at the end, and we just went over there,
hung out with them,
took some photos with them.
Yeah, because Bruno and them were doing the 70-footer to test out the boot.
Yeah,
and they thought that was the coolest thing.
Yeah,
ever, and that was cool because that was something I did as a police officer. I always try to interact with the kids because I guarantee you, like I said when we left, everything was so much fun and cool, but hanging out with those kids I think was the best because I guarantee you, those kids are there for tutoring. Maybe they're not doing well in school. Maybe they have a bad home life. Maybe, I don't know, but I guarantee you that one of those kids, it changed their life.
Yeah,
like, man, that's what I want to do. They're pretty young, but still, like, we still planted a seed of like, because they were looked at us like we were superheroes.
That's why I went out of my way to. To make sure that we went over there and like engaged with the teachers and them and
teachers
gave them all high fives
too, yeah.
and everything, just because of everything you just said. Like, we have no idea what their home life is, and maybe that one encounter it can change something about, if it was going in a bad way, or
because they were stoked, man, to make those kids happy even for 10 minutes. Because like you said, you don't know what their home life is.
That made the whole trip worth it.
Yeah, it really did.
Like, in my opinion, because it ain't about us showing off, and sure, like, they're capturing some like
cool stuff,
a cinematic kind of perspective on it, which is cool to be a part of. But just like everything that we do, God makes His presence felt and known, and reminds us to humble ourselves. And that was one moment to be able to engage with those kids. And then even in the course before that, we were talking about one of the students joined us on Patreon after that, and joined us on that Friday's fellowship, and wanted to share the impact that we had on him in his own walk. Cool. And one of the things he had said was to not that one of the things he learned is like how bold we are with our faith, how it doesn't change our ability to perform under pressure on demand. It helps us actually with all these hard skills that we're teaching and leading by example, but just making God's presence a part of everything we do, not making it, but making it a space where that is okay.
Yeah.
Not okay, but it's encouraged. It's required, being obedient. And, he said it really helped him even in just that week after, like, not deny the messengers that God's placed in his life, and start listening to them. And his wife, most importantly, she was on the call too. He gave her a shout out on that fellowship Zoom, which I thought was cool. So thank you for sharing that with us, man. If you're watching this episode, man, that makes everything we do, those moments make it worthwhile. That's why we're doing it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That was cool to hear. What else you got?
What else, man?
Oh my God, I saw something else on the news the other day that was hilarious. Creative, but hilarious. Well, two things. Out west, there was 4 people that were arrested for dressing up as bears, real bear costumes, breaking into their vehicles.
Their own vehicles?
Their own vehicles. To claim it on their insurance.
To get the honey.
Dude. How that costume had to have been more than what the insurance was for. I wish I had a picture of it. Yeah. I saw that and I thought, that's very clever. To dress up, to go around, break into your own vehicles for insurance fraud. Like, dude, people are losing their minds. They're losing it.
The fact that it's a group of 4 people.
Adults.
And is it like 4 separate insurance claims, like 4 vehicles?
Yeah.
Man, that's like You got yourself a gang there, a gang of bears impersonators.
Maybe they need to get their bearings together.
Oh, maybe they need to train with Blue Bear.
Oh, that's true. Or maybe, hopefully, they had a good bear bondsman.
Oh, that was.
No,
You got to take some swings, man, in order to hit one, man. You just got to take swings, and that was one of them.
it was. And you know where I sent it? Into the Raptors, into the next alleyway. That was a home run.
The Raptors?
Yeah, dude. It was over the Raptors, through the stadium. Gone. Home run. Grand slam.
Like Raptor? Like dinosaur?
Man, I tell you, it's about to be the
Blue Rafters
podcast, because I'm about to.
We need a translator. Google Translate.
Pull that up.
He sent it to the Rafters.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
I said rafters.
Oh, okay. Well, everyone, let's take a poll. Did Blake say Raptors or Rafters? That's crazy though. I'm trying to move on. Go ahead.
I really like that.
Go ahead.
That brought me a lot of excitement when I found that. Well, I thought it was hilarious. I showed everybody, and I didn't even show you because I wanted to save it for this, and you just slapped it down.
That's a great story. Where do we go from here? So I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to give you a moment to think about this too.
I'm choking, bro. Give me a second.
Yeah, it's fine.
I was trying to be an a-hole there. I'm not killing myself.
Yep. You get what you give.
Yep. Ask the
put
question.
into the world. So this is a question I've been dying to ask you.
Whatever it is, I'm saving Nicole.
Okay. Maybe not. If you can think of a period of your life, like just any point in your life, and if you could sum it up to a movie, like an actual movie, what period of your life is it? What movie is it? What movie is it? And then who are you casting to be the characters, the main characters, or just you? Who's playing you, kind of thing.
Somebody in the last comment said I was a cop in Fayetteville, and there's no such thing as gang, so I don't have an exciting period of my life.
Oh,
just kidding. Whoever said that,
if we let our emotions drive our lives, then the comments are going to destroy us. So be kind, everybody.
Yeah, be kind. My feelings were hurt.
And for the record, Blake was a cop, and I wasn't. So I'm not even trying to pretend to be one. But do your research.
Yeah.
But anyways, what movie is the period of your life, and then who you playing, who you casting to be in it? You can change characters if it's a movie you like, because it's like an essence of a time frame in your life, and it can't be Goonies. It can't be Goonies.
What?
We can't do that.
Why can't it not be that?
Because
I was an explorer when I was a child. You can't ask me a question and then say, "Hey."
We've heard that already. Power in the pause.
Power of the pause. If I had to pick,
You do. The people need it.
man, I don't know. I'm drawing a blank here.
He's blacked out.
I don't know.
All right.
What about you?
Yeah. So, it would be.
My life's boring.
It'd probably be my life as of 3 years ago, and basically like the 10 years of my life, or 14. Basically, almost my whole adult life, up to about 3 years ago. It would be the movie would be Tombstone.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. And who do you think I'm going to cast to be me? Which character?
Like, just any actor, or?
Well, no, from the movie. Yeah, let's just change the question.
I don't know, man. You're like a Doc Holliday.
Yes. Val Kilmer, Doc Holliday.
I can see that for sure.
Because his line when he's talking to Johnny Ringo in the saloon there, when they're doing the little show off thing and everybody's all tense, Wyatt and everybody, and he's
talking about when he does it with the cup?
Yeah, he's just over there drunk as crap, but just still got it, but using humor to kind of like probably mask some of the tension in the environment. It's just really like, I'll be your Huckleberry. Like he
was calm in the chaos.
Yeah, that was me in every environment I've ever been in, and I used humor a lot. Some of it was projecting and masking fear, but that's how I dealt with adversity, was through confidence and humor, and very capable, you know. But,
yeah.
But like skin that smoke wagon. That's something that I have internalized.
I can see that about you, being calm.
Yeah. But then there's like layers to it as well. So, just sick. He's sick, obviously. He had tuberculosis. He ended up dying of it at 36. I've outlasted him. I'm only 37.
Where did he die? Where did he die?
He died from TB.
Yeah, but he left. It was Deadwood, right? That's where the
OK Corral thing.
Yeah, that was Deadwood, right?
I don't know if it was in Deadwood or not. But that's another great show, by the way. Have you started watching it yet?
I haven't watched the show. I watched the movie. I need to watch the show.
No, the show's like really good.
I know. I need to watch that because I watched the Billy the Kid one. Love Wild West, man.
No, but he's sick. He's still drinking because he's telling himself like, oh, that makes me feel better from all the the TB side.
And everybody's telling him to quit drinking.
Yeah, and he's killing himself, and that's how I feel. Like I was, doing it. So, little darkness there too, but such a good movie. What you got?
Man, probably what's the football movie that was early 2000s?
Any Given Sunday.
No. It had the big old fat guy that rode around in the pickup truck. He had the pig. They were wild and partying.
Friday Night Lights?
Was it Friday Night Lights?
Yeah, it's like the high school team.
Yeah, that's it, dude.
There Blake goes reliving his high school football days.
Touchdown.
That 4.40.
Pulled a hammy. Oh, man, but we were wild like that.
Yeah.
Country town. Everybody, as far as like movie wise, again, I've done nothing cool.
Who's the actor though that's playing you? Yeah, it could be anybody. Because I don't remember anybody's name other than.
If I could have any actor play me in any movie, it'd be Johnny Depp.
Really?
Yeah.
I knew it.
Love that dude.
That's the real reason he's AKA Blackbeard is because of Johnny Depp.
Well,
and Pirates of the Caribbean. That's the real story.
Well, the second one was actually pretty legit on its facts, but
no, they're great movies. It was a cool ride at Disney too. Starship Commander. Do you remember going to Disney and doing? I
feel like
Pirates
that's a jab there.
No,
that was a jab.
He said, "Yeah." No, there's no jabs.
That was a jab. Because you're like, it's a cool ride at Disney. So you're saying it's fairy tale.
Well, it's a fact. It's a ride. It was a ride at Disney. I don't know if it still is, but
it was too dangerous. They took it off.
Cool ride.
They took it off. It's too dangerous.
It's risque.
Yeah. You had to be 21.
Because there's a bunch of pirate debauchery going on.
Bunch of danger. I don't know, man. My life really hasn't. I don't know. It's not really been that exciting, I don't think. I can't think of a movie that I can relate with.
I think that's pretty good. The Friday Night Lights. I think that's the name of it.
Yeah. I mean, just because I grew up in the country. There was nothing else to do but do exactly what they did. Was just, obviously we didn't go to strip clubs.
I thought you would have said like Vice or something, like Miami.
No, bro, because remember,
Val Kilmer, once again, phenomenal.
I wasn't a real cop, so I can't use cop
You watched the
names.
documentary? You weren't a real cop?
Nah, dude, I worked in Fayetteville. It's not dangerous.
The show's over.
I mean, dude, I'm just according to the people, bro.
Yeah. Well, if the comment
Don't.
section...
Don't.
Okay.
Don't. Oh, about to get lit in here.
Yeah.
No, I'm just joking. I don't know, man. I'd have to relate something to my police time, but I can't. I don't know.
The Departed.
I'm drawing a blank.
The Departed.
What is that?
What? It's a great movie.
Can we pull that up? Can we just get a picture of that?
The Departed. You Mark Wahlberg or you Matt Damon or Leo DiCaprio? Oh, there's End of Watch. Are you Jake Gyllenhaal or are you the other guy? What Mike Pena? Which one are you? Between both of us.
Oh, but I'd probably be I don't know. I'd probably be Jake because I was always filming stuff.
Broke back.
Oh, I knew that was coming.
Broke back.
I knew that was coming.
He's a great actor, man, but that's something he's
you
never
set
done.
me up.
I did.
That's not fair. That wasn't even the movie I was going to choose.
Well, Starship Commander put it up.
That wasn't even Starship Commander. You set me up for failure because that wasn't even the movie he said. And then obviously that's going to lead into
I
Breakback
said
Mountain.
Departed, but End of Watch is even better. Man, we did watch that the other day too, down in Florida. Breathe.
Y'all set me up.
Breathe.
I was an alley-oop.
Yeah. Slam dunk.
I haven't even watched this movie.
We're gonna take the belts off, dude. Watching that movie the other day was funny.
Oh, that was fun. Yeah, well, I mean, like I said, that
Get
was
these hands.
I think that was the main reason when I saw those dudes show up from ICE in plain clothes and a vest. I was like, man, I really want to do that. Like, that would be so much fun, and it was fun. But
What about it? Like, why?
they just seemed that
Just the confidence.
more professional.
Yeah.
You know,
I can relate, yeah.
they're there. You know, you can relate.
Yeah,
You know,
for
obviously.
sure. In the infantry, I
being in
saw
the-
that
yeah.
too. Like very early, I was like, "Who are those guys? Why are they walking around like that? Why are they moving like that? Why are
Yeah.
they talking like that?" Like it was like I was very curious, you know.
Because even like
could
when
see that,
yeah,
yeah.
when I was on patrol, you would see at the time it was the Gang Gun Violence Unit, GGVU. Man, you would see those dudes, or they would come in like in BLET, for instance, like they'd come in and work out during the day. And it was like, who are these dudes? You know, they're all scraggly looking. And, you know, I remember Dave Franklin's a good friend of mine, big old dude. I'm like, man, like, I want to, like, these guys walk around different. They talk different, right? They drive different cars. Like, yeah, I don't know. And then I related it to that. And I was like, man, that's something I really want to do. Like, and that was the goal. Because Dave Franklin, I'll never forget, he asked at the beginning of BLET, because he taught a portion. He taught the gang portion. And he said, you know, what's your goals here? And I was like, man, I want to be on GGVU and on ERT. And I was able to you know, do what you did and make those goals. But man, it was something about that scene in that movie where those dudes showed up.
You did what I did?
No, I didn't say that.
Yeah, you did.
I achieved the goals.
Stolen valor. I know what you meant. I'm just giving you a hard time. You should be proud of what you were able to do. You set your mind to something.
Can we mute his mic?
Nope.
Like,
You set your mind to something. Hey, man.
Hey,
Hey.
mute that
listen to me.
thing. Mute
Listen
that
to me.
thing.
For the people out there listening and watching,
Mute that damn thing.
set your mind to something and do it.
Yeah. So
Just like Blake did.
So 10 years down the road
He
from
just
now,
didn't do what I did.
you can be humiliated on a podcast. Yeah. Set your mind to it. Nope. Shield.
All right. Call that the Cabbage Patch.
Yeah, you know, I always did want to be like you and be a SEAL.
I wasn't a SEAL.
Gotcha.
I was a combat diver.
Combat diver.
Tides, waves, and currents don't affect the combat diver, which is complete bullshit because they do. I can attest. When I'm like 100 yards off from where I'm supposed to get like land at. I don't know what happened. Tides, waves, and currents. Wasn't a SEAL though. I just drop them off occasionally in the toilet. SEAL team.
While they were high-porting, coming out the butt.
That's the hemorrhoids coming out. And pinching your butt, pinching your thigh. A little pinch.
Oh, just kidding, Sean.
Sean, we love you. We love all our SEAL brothers.
We are just kidding. Oh,
that's burpee. I've actually said a couple, so.
One.
2. One to grow.
One for
the airborne SEAL in the sky.
Yeah. Perfect. Thanks, Starship Commander.
Pay the man.
I was enjoyed watching that happen.
All right, so I think that's good, man. That's good for today.
Yeah.
Trying to pretend like I'm not out of breath. Yeah, so we hope you enjoyed this episode. I really am looking forward to continuing to dive into this stuff every time we film, and just thank you for all the comments that you guys have put out in support of the episodes that we've already released. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please check us out on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify if you want to listen. I think Spotify has the ability to watch as well now.
Nice.
And the Blk Blu Podcast on all those platforms. And if you want more exclusive episodes, once again, twice a month, there's going to be an exclusive episode that goes out on our Patreon at Blueberry Solutions Patreon.
If you guys want a certain topic or something that you guys see that you want us to talk about, join Patreon, put it in the general chat, and let us know, because that's cool. We want to be relevant and talk about things that you guys want to hear.
We are relevant, by the way.
I need a mute button for his mic. But anyways.
That was easy. Where do we go from here?
Shh. Just leave a comment on Patreon. What you want to hear.
And leave us any reviews that you can, comments, like and subscribe to this channel on YouTube. Please, if you're watching and you're not subscribed, check that button, click it. I hate saying that, but you have to. But until then, but until next time, outro.
When you are with me,
I'm free. I'm
careless.
Is that what he says? I'm free. Butt rock.